On Disney's most recent earnings call, CEO Bob Iger announced that there will be a single sign-on for both Hulu and Disney Plus, creating a one-app experience by the end of 2023.
Specifically, Iger said Hulu content will begin being imported into Disney Plus later this year. With that said, we're answering 4 questions about the announcements and what it means for subscribers of Disney Plus and Hulu. We'll discuss cost, how to access the new combined content, what content is coming over, and what this move means for the future ownership of Hulu.
Stick around until the end, where we'll have a quick tip on how to keep your streaming costs down overall. And before we dive in, we just want to remind you to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, so you can be notified of our new videos. Now, to answer our first question, will costs go up? During the call with investors, Iger said that the price of ad-free Disney Plus will go up. He did not say when or by how much, but if we use HBO Max's recent combination with Discovery content and shift to a combined app called Max, as an example, it's possible that the cost of ad-free Disney Plus could rise to $13 to $15 a month.
Max raised its ad-free tier by $1 to $16 a month, feeling that was the most subscribers would be willing to pay. Disney could test that ceiling itself.
It's also likely that the ad-free Disney bundle, which includes Hulu and ESPN Plus, could also rise from its current $20 per month price tag. We don't know by how much, but a several dollar increase would not be surprising, since separately, ad-free versions of each service would cost a collective $37 per month at time of filming.
Iger did not mention anything about raising the current ad-supported plan cost, which is $8 per month at time of filming. He did say that Disney will, quote, continue optimizing our pricing model to reward loyalty and reduce churn to increase subscriber revenue for the premium ad-free tier and drive growth of subscribers who offer the lower-cost ad-supported option, end quote.
What this indicates is that Disney would like to squeeze more money out of premium subscribers while also shifting people who don't want to pay more to the ad-supported plan, which generates more revenue for Disney than the ad-free plan does.
Disney's last price hike was in December of 2022, so it's likely to see the price rise come by or before the end of this year. Now on to our second question. Will every Disney subscriber now get Hulu content?
Iger was clear that only people who currently subscribe to both Hulu and Disney Plus will see Hulu content inside the Disney Plus app when it creates a single sign-on experience. He said, quote, it's taking what we call the dual bundle and putting it together in one experience, which is good for consumers, end quote.
It's also worth noting that each app will continue to be available as standalone services. So if you only sign up for one of them, you won't see any changes in your current experience.
What seems most likely is that when you log into Disney Plus, there will be a Hulu hub or tile that you can click on to launch Hulu. At least initially, this seems like the easiest way to create a single sign-on experience. Perhaps in the future, a new app will launch with Hulu content integrated more thoroughly into Disney Plus, similar to what the new Max app is doing. We don't know if Hulu Live customers will see a similar integrated experience, but if Disney takes the approach of putting a Hulu hub into Disney Plus, then Live subscribers would be launched into Hulu Live when clicking that tile.
That leads us to another question. What will happen to shows on both services? Will content be cut? One of the gripes about HBO Max becoming Max was the shows that were canceled or removed from the platform to keep costs down. As the streaming space matures and companies like Disney look to limit their streaming losses, we should expect content cuts.
What this means, specifically for Disney Plus and Hulu, is that underperforming content could be axed. Disney CFO Christine McCarthy said, quote, we will be removing certain content from our streaming platforms, end quote.
Disney recently canceled Willow and National Treasure after just one season, and McCarthy said their goal is to produce less content overall. They're doing what so many media companies are as the streaming space matures, and pressure from investors mounts to reduce costs and turn profit. cutting experimental or niche content in favor of proven favorites that are likely to appeal to a broad audience.
And like HBO Max did with Westworld and Nevers, it's possible that shows cut from Disney Plus could be licensed to FAST services like Pluto, Tubi, or the Roku channel. It's also likely to see a similar approach taken to content on Hulu, where Disney would cut underperforming content and license it out to other streaming services like Netflix, Paramount Plus, or Peacock.
That brings us to our next question. What does this mean for the future of Hulu? Will Disney buy Comcast's share of it? As has been widely covered, beginning in early 2024, Disney has the contractual ability to force Comcast to sell its one-third ownership of Hulu. It's been a bit of a tennis match as the two media giants posture publicly over who will ultimately own Hulu outright.
Comcast CEO Brian Roberts said in mid-May that Comcast was likely to sell its stake in Hulu to Disney. And while we'll have to keep watching to see if that happens, we also don't know what the price tag will be. Back in 2019, the two companies agreed to a valuation that put Comcast's share at about $9 billion. We can expect Comcast to try to get as much money from Disney as possible and for Disney to try to prevent that from happening. Ultimately, it's just something we're going to have to keep watching. Now, finally, the price hike for ad-free Disney Plus raises one final question. As price hikes across the streaming space arise, what can we do to keep our costs down? Now, we talk about this often, but it's important to have a streaming strategy. This is something we do and have done with Hulu and Disney Plus. As many of you who watch our channel regularly may have noticed, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So Disney Plus is one of the streaming services I've subscribed to since it launched.
But we also follow series on Hulu and appreciate the ability to watch network shows next day on the platform. We've shared here how we often sign up for Hulu on Black Friday for just $2 a month.
Disney offered us the ability to add Disney Plus to our Hulu subscription for an additional $2 a month, which seemed like a great deal, so we snagged it. Now we enjoy ad-supported versions of both apps for just $4 a month.
This is a strategy we recommend to cord cutters to keep streaming costs in check. Look for deals and wait to sign up for services you know you like when they come up. When those deals end, cancel and wait for other deals for services you enjoy. For more tips on how to keep your streaming costs under control, watch our video on that topic.
Well, that does it for this update. What do you think of the news that Hulu and Disney are combining into a single sign-on? Will you pay the increased rate for premium Disney Plus, or will you switch to an ad-supported plan? Let us know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can get all our latest news and reviews when they drop. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.